Welcome back in. We're shining a spotlight on Edith's Pie, a beloved community-focused pie shop, cafe, and bakery from Oakland. They announced they're closing their doors, and they're joining us now to share about their journey and what they've learned. Thank you both so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yes. Tell me about Edith's Pie. You guys have been, such an East Bay staple, beloved by the community, and you made the announcement that you'll be closing your doors. Take me through the journey of where you guys, decided to open this up and how you started.
Sure, yeah. So in 2020, right about a month into the lockdown, I started it in my girlfriend's kitchen in her one-bedroom apartment in East Oakland. And we started it just as a way to bring people together, provide something that you could share and share safely, bring a little bit of normalcy to people. So we started doing one flavor of pie a week, 10 pies the first week, 20 the next, until we got to about 35, and that was the most that I could pull off in her house. And emptying her fridge and freezer every weekend started to get old for both of us.
So then you officially moved into your shop.
There was a step between. There was a commercial kitchen that we operated out of for a few years, but eventually, yeah, we moved into our shop in Uptown, expanded to be open almost daily, 5 days a week, I believe. And we also went into wholesale as well.
Yeah, and tell me what you guys have learned through this journey. I'm sure that it's definitely bittersweet for you both to be here, saying that you're going to be closing your doors, but what have you learned through this?
I think one of the biggest things that we have learned is when we started our business, we set out with our core things that we wanted to always keep intact. And those things on a daily basis get challenged with every single decision that you make. And I think one thing that we've learned is just that it's really important to know what those are and continually uphold them throughout the entire time that you're operating, whatever it is that you're operating.
What was that for you, and how did that show through in the pies that you were serving weekly?
Yeah, I mean, it existed in a number of places, but I have worked in fine dining and restaurants for the last 20 years. And a commitment to quality product, quality ingredients, and working with people that support both the farms and the farmers on the land, as well as every step in between until we serve it to somebody. So it's coming from a place of ethics with our food, as well as the way we treat our staff and welcome people. And then the last thing we really wanted to do was create a very safe, welcoming space in a moment where everything felt pretty tumultuous.
Yeah. What do you guys take from the community's response? Maybe from when you guys first opened and even to now, announcing that you're closing your doors. What has that been like?
Honestly, I feel really, really grateful. I think that's a great way to describe it. We are not normal business people who do business things. We're just two people who tried really hard using our medium to bring our communities together and put our ethics on the line. And the response has been amazing. And it's been really, really, really just one of the probably highlights of my adult life.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Hearing that you guys were closing your doors, I feel like the response that I saw as well was the community was sad and a little shocked. You guys are just a treasure for them. And I want to talk a little bit about the power of supporting local businesses. So, speak to that a little bit. We were talking in the break, but just how important is it for everyone in every community to support their local businesses?
Yeah, I mean, I think we had a customer come in who's a longtime regular and say, hey, I just want to say, before it's too late, put up the bat signal. Let us know that we need to come out and support. And unfortunately, at that point, it was already too late. We hadn't announced, but we knew that that was true. And so I think the thing to take away is that small businesses really are day by day and week by week always, and it's one bad day and one bad week can make the difference. And so if there's something that you believe in, that you align with, that you want to support, it's not just every now and then. It's finding ways to be there, whether it's physically or spending money or just turning people out, spotlighting any of that stuff. And, you know, Oakland is such an incredible, thriving city that has been combating such a tragic rhetoric over the last few years, from conversations about unsafe environments when businesses pulling out, that the things that we love about where we live will go away if people don't get behind them.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add?
Yeah, I think like the natural life cycle of our business is really dependent on lots of things, and I think a lot of local businesses feel the same way, and it goes back to keeping those core values intact, and that can only happen with person-to-person participation. And you know, we want to serve our communities, and we want, you know, to be there, and I think just literally showing up and remembering the places that you love and going there as often as you can. I know it's hard for everyone, but is really important right now.
Yeah. How can the community support you guys as you, you know, prepare to just close this final door?
Yeah, I mean, we're still open 4 days a week right now, so you can come on in Wednesday through Saturday. We're open from mid-morning to mid-evening, basically. And then we have a GoFundMe going, which we're using to repay local vendors and other small businesses that we work with, in the hopes that our closure doesn't lead to further impacts on anyone else.
Yeah, and I think one just big note is that we are closing, but we feel like we really accomplished what we set out to do in really big ways, and we're like really proud of the work that we've done here. And it is kind of strange, but it is like we're happy with what happened with Edith's Pie, and we want to celebrate that over the last few weeks of us being a business.
Yeah. Well, Jeff and Mike, thank you both so much for joining us. And, you know, congratulations on what you guys built. Edith's Pie, I mean, the pictures that we were just showing, all the pies look so delicious. And so I'm excited to see what's next for you guys, whatever that may be. But thank you.
Thank you so much.